Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 45 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. As you can see, I'm just doing a little bit more research and I've kind of prepared for how I want to design my altar thing. So, several things I want to work on today. I definitely want to get the Infusion altar up and running. And as you can see, I just worked on getting the runic shielding research going. So there's a few other things I'm going to want to play with, like maybe get some protection augments and stuff, because, you know, a little bit more protection is never a bad thing. Oh, I automatically get that. Nice, cool. Handful of things I want to work on. I want to get that going. I definitely want to take a look at probably getting a golem or two so that I can handle, the essentia stuff. I'm looking in here and I don't see it right now, so I'm not sure where it's at. But somewhere in here is that jar that can hold multiple types of essentia, and I want to figure out how that works, because that sounds really cool. That sounds like something I would absolutely want to get my hands on. So that's on the to-do list, if I can manage to track it down. But at the very least, I do need to get some essentia distillation, and I really want to look at essentia crystallization, because I want to figure out how this process works. So I'm going to need an alchemical construct for this, and otherwise it's just an arcane workbench. It looks pretty easy to set up, so we're gonna have to figure it out. But I mean, I'll get there. So let's see. You know what I'm gonna need is some Silverwood, though. Do we have any in the AE system? I think if we don't, Fireball should have a ton, because I know he went out looking for Silverwood trees. So if I can just snag some wood out of his system, I think he has like a bunch of it. I might be wrong. He might not, but let's see. Oh yeah, see, look, he's got like, 400 and something Silverwood. So I'm just going to grab a stack of it so I can use it for purposes like wands and filters and all that stuff. That'll just kind of make it a little bit easier for me to get started. And then I'm also going to want to get started with a few other things. One thing I want to do is probably start storing some of my junk that I don't need at the moment, right? Because this can actually go in the AE system. Just plenty of things that I don't need in my inventory right at this minute. This I do want to hang on to. Division sigil, that'll go in here. Don't need voodoo protection at the moment. It is a quiet day on Forgecraft today. I think, oh, XCOM's on. I should probably see if he's going to jump on TeamSpeak with us. And we've also got Drashak here too. So let's see. Let me get the items I'm going to need. I'm going to get to crafting so I can start setting up like the essentia distillation. I'm going to need some shards and such. So I'll be back in a few minutes here once I've got everything I need. Alright guys, we are back. Let's see, I'm just prepping all the stuff I need to get here. My distillation requires a crucible on top, this guy in the middle, and some of this stuff, looking good. Alchemic furnace, nice. This guy here, these guys like this I think it is. Gold and V-filter. Nice, arcane alembic. See, I'm kind of remembering these recipes. The other thing we're probably going to want to get started with, at least, is essentia tubes. And then we'll probably upgrade to golems once we have some more stuff going. I did find out where that... I went into single player and did a little bit of testing. So there's a few things I want to clarify as I'm finalizing this design for what I want to work on. Well, you know what I'll probably also want is some storage tanks, so warded jars. We just need glass panes and slabs. So a couple things I want to clarify that I discovered about... I haven't done my Spotlight update for the latest Thaumcraft just yet. So there's a few things I'm not terribly clear on, because usually I bug Azenor and ask him all the details and questions and all that good stuff. So let me tell you what I've discovered through playing around in single player. So there are, as a matter of fact, 3 different types of warp effects that you can get. So there's permanent warp, there's temporary warp, and then there's some kind of normal warp, I guess it is. So permanent is always with you, and you're never waited to get rid of it. I believe that's the case. And then temporary can easily be cleaned off with salt and a couple other, or with soap and a couple other means. And then the normal warp is the kind that can be, occasionally cleaned off with soap. So when we looked in here and we saw the information on soap, which I think is in Artifice, Alchemy, soap, yeah, there it is. It says it'll always completely remove temporary warp, and it has a small chance of reducing the non-permanent warp. So there are 3 types. Cool. So now you know. that that's the case. And I also found that jar that I want to have. No Elementum yet? Okay, we're going to automate Elementum at some point because that is just the coolest stuff ever. This stuff right here. So we'll just go with coal for now. Or charcoal, doesn't matter. Yes, it's in the that nifty, crazy, awesome jar that can hold multiple types of V all in the same jar. That needs to go, or that comes from the tab that's not accessible at the moment, which is the tab for warp effects. So I do need to do some warp research, get some warp, and then we'll have that tab open to us. And there's other nifty gadgets in there that relate to warp that we'll probably want to start looking at. So that's this thing, and then we can run some jars along the side here. I definitely want that thing, though, because that sounds cool. And then we're going to want to handle, you know, the piping and whatnot. I'll take care of that in a minute off camera. What's next I want to definitely get my hands on is Infusion. So I'm going to want an Ender Pearl, some shards, some arcane stones, and then I'm going to want 8 of these. So I'm going to want 8 of those. Okay, 9 of them total, that's right. I knew there was like a reason I wanted not 8. Great, I need 1 more of these, but that's okay. Do I have any more stone on me? I do. So I think I just need an Ender Pearl at this point. My wand is probably getting low too, so I'm going to have to head over to Cuts' base. Good, I have an Ender Pearl. I'm also going to want 4 of those and 4 of these, so that works out. Nice. Beautiful. So this thing's getting low, and I think I need 50 V to form it. Is that right? 25 of each. So I'm still low. I don't have quite enough. But we'll at least build the structure. So in the center here goes 1 pedestal. These guys will get replaced by pedestals. Feels like a while since I've done Infusion altar design. Feels like a while since I've really played with much of Thaumcraft, to be honest with you guys. That's why I kind of want to get into it. A, because it's been a while since I worked on it, and B, because I want to figure out all the new and fancy cool stuff that's gone on with it. So how's that look for a pretty good design, right? And is it the cube ones that go on the bottom? Yeah, the bricks go on the bottom. And we'll get our own wand recharging station thing going, but the fact that we have people on the server who have beaten me to doing Thaumcraft definitely helps. So away to Cuts' base I go. I might even want to just say, you know what, Cuts? I'm either going to steal his awesome wand, or I'm just going to set up a book that links directly to his wand recharging pedestal, so I can go right there and come right back. Not that this is a far walk, but there we go. Let this thing refill, and we'll be back in a moment when it's full. Alright, I think we should be ready to activate this crazy thing. So, you there, remove this, and go. Nice. All set. So we've got an infusion altar set up. You know what one of the first things I might want to infuse is? I did go through and check out the recipe for... It's in here somewhere. Those are the floating candles. Flesh purification, huh? I don't like the sound of that. Taint? I don't know why that's in there, but that's okay. There we go, Everfull iron. I'm going to need a couple bricks, water buckets, and a flower pot, and I need water, magic, and vacuous. Okay. It's not terrible. Trying to decide if I want to hold off on automating the... I want to automate the creation of those shards. I think that's what they're called, right? Something like that. You know what I mean. Those little essence things that are new. Crystals, maybe? Well, you know what I mean. Essence, would I find it in there? Yeah, there we go. Crystallized essence, that's what I want. I want to automate that. At least automate the ones that are commonly needed and more of a nuisance to get. So I have a couple ideas on how I'm going to work towards automating that, but I think for now, maybe the first one I'll do instead of the jar is going to be a golem to handle this stuff for me. So let's get, what kind of golem should I go with? Clay is usually a good middle tier, tough and durable. He can carry 8 at a time. Stone, they're kind of slow. I think clay might not be terrible. Is tallow going to give me warp effects? It doesn't look like it. Flesh has warp effects. But tallow doesn't appear to. So let me do the research for this real quick. Alright. Tallow golem research complete. No warp, that's good. And these guys can carry 8, but they get 2 upgrade slots. So they're just a little bit better than the clay golems, right? They do require, I think, 8 of each aspect type, though. So Humanus, Modus, and Spiritus. Alright, I'm going to go with 1 tallow golem for now. That's usually the kind of what I feel like is a good one to go with. And then we're going to want the decanting type. So I don't have that research yet either. So let me get that. Alright, research completed. Got the decanting golem, got the alchemy golem. So this will be the first infusion I do, which is pretty common for me. So I'm going to need a golem animation core of this kind. So I need water and vacuous in there. That's pretty much a bucket of water. Should pretty much cover my needs there. So let me get all the stuff I need, and then we will be back. Alright guys, we're back. I'm just making a few essentia tubes. Looks like I killed my wand again, but that's okay. Made the thing we need here, this stuff. Now I just need to get a little bit of some aspects here. So let's see how easily we can get what we need. For this thing, I know we need water. 15 water, 15 modus, 15 magic. Okay. Back in a minute, let me get all the stuff for that. I'm pretty sure great wood. I thought we had a lot of great wood, but apparently we don't. That's usually a good source of magic, unless that changed. Where's my thermometer? Yeah, 1 magic per great wood. That's usually pretty good. Couple other sources, but I'm going to check Fireball's base, because I knew one of us had like a ton of great wood. Yeah, Fireball. No, I could rely on him. Water we get from sugarcane, and what else did I need? Modus. That's right. And I can get that off of trapdoors probably. It's still usually the best. But I'll maybe come up with something even better soon. So trapdoors, I'm going to want 15 of this, so I'm going to want a few more. There we go. So 15 of you. 15 of you. And I believe sugarcane gives you 1 of each, right? Yes. So these should be the best bets. So I'm going to start cooking this stuff up. And I'm going to manually, for now, handle the jars and everything. But, again, the main reason we're doing this manually, of course, is that we don't want to have to do it manually for much longer. So let this cook, and we will be back in just a minute. Cool. By the way, guys, this is a very nice way to do this, just like so. I didn't want to do that, but I guess that works. Oh, I guess you can right-click on them with empty jars. Alright, well, that's okay. This works too. Alright, so we've got that burning into there. Cool. Magic. Alright. So, back in a minute. Maybe he added that recently. I don't remember being able to right-click on those with jars, but like I said, who knows. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. Let's see if I'm right. Go, go, go. So here comes some Bracantio. Looks like I made a little bit of a mess over here, don't mind me. And there goes the Aqua and the Modus. I haven't made the Golem yet, but I'll get to that in a minute. I've gained warp. Really? Look at that. I've gained warp. Neat. Like I said, I'm not too worried about warp because there's ways to handle it now. There's several ways to handle it, as a matter of fact. There we go. Golem animation core. Alchemy. Sweet. Alright, let's cross your fingers that I don't overflow this crucible. Let's also cross our fingers that I can throw it. There we go. Sweet. Magic tallow. Ready to go. Clear this junk out. tallow block. And then it's just a matter of throwing that tallow block in with 8 flesh, 8 modus, 8 spiritus, which I think we can get some soul sand. We have plenty of that. Trapdoor, we want some of that. And that's right, zombie flesh. And I think the next thing I'll do after I get this set up is get the, I'd like to have the auto jar filling thing here. In fact, why don't I move the one I have at the moment to make things temporarily easier, because I'm really working more on Thaumcraft at the moment than Botania. So I can just set this up over here and it'll handle refilling this thing for me, I think. There we go. I guess it was too far away. That's so cool looking. Oh wow, it looks really good with the crucible too, because it slowly fills it. That is awesome. Alright, so we want 1, 2, 3, and Golem. Nice. So your job is basically to sit here and handle this task. And I'll probably have a second one of these furnaces set up for the crystallizing thing that I want to do. Maybe back here or something. We'll see. Alright guys, as a matter of fact, I might want to do this. Let's do the following. I'm going to get a bucket. I'm going to get another set of those stones that I need. Do I not have shards on me? I thought I had shards on me. Bad direwolf. I should add a crafting terminal over here. Shard. One should do, honestly. Trying to think if there's anything else I need, but I think we're good. We're going to want one of these. And then what I want to do is have a furnace. I think it's something like this again. There we go. And you, and the bucket. Yes. Cool. Let's set this up back here. And this is where we're going to build our station for the creation of those crystallized shards. Like I said, I want to try and automate it. And I have a couple ideas in mind. Sometimes, like I've mentioned in the past, I will go ahead and set up like a little test scenario in my single player world to see how well something works out. But I figured let's just go for it this time and see what happens. Hey, Mr. Slowpoke joined. Why don't I get him on TeamSpeak? Hello, Mr. Slowpoke. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. I am recording, just so you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm checking out some cool stuff in Thaumcraft.
Funnily enough, that's what I'm doing as well, and I'm getting
Really?
very confused by it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, something's not working right, and I don't know why. I'm obviously doing something wrong.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to attach boarded jars to alembics with essentia pipes.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they're not linking properly.
Very strange.
I know. I'm assuming I'm doing something wrong. I actually logged on to come and look and see if it's something I'm doing wrong with the build. But I've literally just got 5 alembics on top of an arcane furnace.
Right.
And I'm burning stuff in the arcane furnace, and then I've got a pipe running down all 5 of them, and then a cross with boarded jars underneath it. But I'm getting blocks all along. And I thought that was how you did it.
Well, you can't do everything with pipes anymore. You know that, right?
Well, obviously not. What? So I can't do what? Sorry.
So pipes can only transfer one liquid at a time, and if you try and pipe like multiple liquids through them at once, it kind of all jams up.
Right. Okay. So how do you get around that?
Your best bet is to use a golem. So you can use a talent like a golem that does the jar filling for you. They're really meant for like one liquid at a time. They're not meant to be like they used to be, where you could run it like just one pipe setup into all your jars.
Oh right, but a golem can take out of the using the jar, can he?
Yeah. Is that you flying around up there?
Yes, it is me.
Okay, yeah.
Let me just...
Yeah, golems are your best bet.
Okay. Why has he made
Yeah.
that change?
Well, he really never intended the pipes to be like the one-stop shop for the essentia transfer.
Ah, okay.
There is a way to do it, but like, yeah, it's pretty complicated the way the pipe system works, and I kind of mostly understand it, but I'm not like super good at what it does.
Yeah, lots of
Oh, I need
pumps.
2 balanced shards. So that's 2 of each aspect minus the shard I want. Alright.
What are you building?
I'm going to make an essentia crystallizer. Sounds cool, doesn't it?
It kind of does.
Yeah. So there's a new thing called balanced shards, guys, and this is the way that you get Salus Mundus now. You basically have to throw into a crucible a shard plus 2 of each aspect that's not included on it. So what's like the hardest aspect to get? If I got sugarcane, that would get me...
Your forest has gone.
Yeah, I completed my objective. How cool
I
was
noticed
that?
you had a yeah. There was a large forest here last time I came.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was cool. But I completed my objective, so the troll has been reversed.
Okay.
So that's air and water and fire. Now I need something with Ordo on it.
I'm sure you're planning a revenge troll.
Who, me? Never.
No.
I would never troll somebody
This is not what I've heard.
unless they troll me first.
Yes.
And come to think of it, I was trolled first.
Yes.
Haha. Troll incoming.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I should troll back, shouldn't I?
Yeah. So you've got 2 furnaces. Okay. I'm sure there's a logical reason for this.
Fire and dirt. Oh, that's cool. I might use obsidian because that's fire and earth. That's probably good. I'm trying to come up with like a very efficient way to do what I'm doing. So I got fire, earth, air. Hey, speaking of the troller. Hello, T.
He's just stopped in.
Yeah, I can see that. I want to scan lead.
What about me?
Nothing. Slowpoke was just commenting on the fact that we no longer have a forest at our base.
I see. I told you they would miss it.
I actually genuinely thought, and a lot of people were the same, that it actually looked pretty cool.
It did look pretty cool, but it had like grown to ridiculous proportions. Oh, good. There's still Perdito on cobblestone. Sweet. So that's gonna be.
I'm
my
kind of
source
surprised
Perdito.
nobody's done a spreadsheet yet where you input what you need and they tell you the best items to get.
Oh,
to
I'm sure
what you
that somewhere exists. So I'm gonna use order shards, and this should be the best way to do it. So I'll wind up with extra earth, but that's okay. Let's see if I'm right about this and if I know what I'm doing or not. So I'm gonna say 4 sugarcane. Nice, that worked out very well. That gives me extra herba, terra, and tenebrae. I'm going to see if there's a better way to go about making those, but that's at least one way to do it. So then I just need iron,
to the excess now?
and wood. What's that?
What happens to the excess now?
It dissipates in the form of flux.
No, that's still bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have something to clean that up?
You don't really have to clean it up so much anymore.
Right.
Do you know about warp?
I know bits of it. I made a mistake and read the wrong book. Yeah.
So you got
So
somebody's
now
book who had like a ton of warp. Well, warp has changed a little bit. Warp is no longer like all super permanent, and there's ways to like look at it and see what's going on. So you can now figure out how much warp you have, which is really cool. Because it really gives you a good indication of where you stand. And then a tube and the wood, and we should be good.
I think I stand at the worst possible place it's possible to stand.
Cool. Check out what I'm making. Oh, that's cool. Essentia Crystallizer. Nice.
Have you got it?
Yeah,
You're right,
it's over
so
here.
you are staying in the bad spot.
So let's cook up something like... I'm going to just grab a piece of coal, for example. So I'm curious as to how long this thing lasts. From what I've read, though, is if I pipe some form of power in there, I think it was Terra power. Is that right? Yeah, Terra V will greatly increase the speed. Okay, that's cool.
But what is this? It's a crystal essentia. Where's this in the book?
It is in the alchemy tab, near like the pipes and stuff. Essentia crystallization. Trying to figure out how long it's actually going to take to run, because it's actually quite a really long time. And I don't want the crystal to go flying off, because I think it spits it out the front, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to get some Terra V. Do I have some of that? No, but I could get some pretty easily. So here, watch my golem will take care of this earth stuff for you.
If I'm reading this right, this basically gives you a solid form of essentia.
Yes.
Rather than a liquid form.
Yeah, like you can turn it into a solid item, and then you can either burn that back into the liquid so you can get the exact right item without like overflow extra, or you can get, you know, throw it into the crucible without having to worry about issues.
So it's a nice way of storing excess essentia.
You got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, sea lanterns.
Yes. Hello, by the way.
Hello.
Hello.
Is he night?
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody decided to log in.
Yep.
So Bonnie, do you miss the forest?
Gosh.
He just wants to bring the forest back. I see how it is.
Nah, it's already been done. I gotta try something else.
Nice. So let's see how much faster this will go. Oh, right, I need to tell my golem to actually do something.
What type of golem are you using for collecting the essentia?
I'm using a tallow golem with the alchemy core. Alchemy core is what you need. So I need a bell, as a matter of fact. So 4 nether quartz and a stick. It's a good thing Soren's not here for this part. Soren loves following me around with the bell.
Does he?
Yeah, he just does this all the time.
Whilst you're recording.
Yeah, like he actually got like Azanor's permission to use the bell thing in game as one of his Twitch things, like the emoticons or whatever.
Yeah.
So like his subscribers or however that works, like I don't know Twitch, right? But
Yeah.
however that works.
Yeah, did you change anything with, what is it called? AE system? I would require some toast.
Yeah, I can hook you up with toast.
And I can't access it anymore.
Oh, Soren does stuff. There you go. I thought I dropped some. Did you get it? There you go.
Thanks. Because I'm starving.
Yeah, no problem.
I saw your mod update today on extra utilities. I'm sure that very good. Yeah,
Good stuff,
I
right?
learned something new. Yeah, I love what he's doing with that mod.
It is cool. It definitely is.
I'm curious of what he's doing with thermodynamics.
Yes.
See, I thought that I could still use the jar thing, and it was just weaker than, like, you know, beaming it in through the node. But maybe I do need a node for this.
Maybe you need to pipe it in with tubes. Some things don't work directly anymore.
Well, if I piped it in with tubes, it would crystallize it, I imagine.
Bonnie, you dropped your toast.
Let me look into this, guys, and I will be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. I think I'm going to need to get into the node stabilization and V-harnessing stuff that needs to be done here. I thought I could do some stuff. So this is pretty slow, but it does work. So, I mean, I could just throw stuff in there and let it slowly but surely, handle whatever it's doing and take care of stuff, right? So I just tossed like a handful of charcoal in there, and we'll see how long it turns into fire and Ordo stuff. Ah.
Ow!
Well, that's what you get for being a lightning creeper in my base.
I'll catch you in a bit, Dad. Apparently I've got to go. They need me for a minute.
Okay, buddy. See you in a bit.
Later.
So, guys, what I think I'll do is get into node transporting. Unless I want to make my Silverwood wand. That might not be a terrible idea.
Has anybody checked if the transposer thing with nodes got fixed?
Were they broken?
No, but I thought you could transpose them with the blood magic transposers, and I think somebody said it didn't work anymore.
I could test that.
I think it's been fixed, yeah.
Because it basically was the way how to transport them without any chances of getting the, what is it called again? Fading node or whatever.
Yeah. But you can repair the fading now with the node stabilizers, right?
Oh, right.
So I think I'm going to get my Silverwood wand. That might be a good first step here. Once I have that, then I can really do some good stuff. Then I can start moving nodes around the proper way, not the cheaty way. Ta-da! Balance shards. Now I need one of each shard. 1, 2, and I'm going to throw the balanced one in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 of the pure shard types, right? Cool. And then I just need some of the basic of that stuff. Now, Silverwood rod, I assume, just comes from Silverwood. Nope. Alright.
Hey look, it's raining.
Right? Silverwood rod. How do you make a Silverwood rod? I don't see it anywhere in the book. Oh, I see. No, it's just silver. I'm derping. Dyer is derping. Pay no attention to the guy who derps. Alright guys, I'm going to cook up some stuff and I'll be right back. Alright guys, while I'm waiting for my stuff to cook up, I think we're kind of fancying up this little thing we've got set up here. I didn't want that.
Oh.
So you said the floating flowers, according to the Lexic of Britannia, help stabilize the V?
Yes, the floating flowers, and the glimmering flowers, and the pylons.
Sweet. I think I'll go ahead and get a Perdito and Order ones too.
Sorry?
No, I'm just talking to myself. Pay no attention.
Okay.
I figured I'd have all the crystals around the altar here. That looks pretty nice, right? Crystal clusters stabilize, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Cool. You know what? I'm going to get the mixed clusters. The last 2 slots. I'm so glad crystal clusters are a vanilla recipe and I can make them in the AE terminal. Did I miscalculate my need? I must have. And you know what it was? Is I couldn't see the entropy crystals. That's alright.
They are pretty hard to see.
They are. That should work though. Alright, is this thing done cooking? Should be having plenty of earth, fire, magic, water, Bordeaux. There should be some Perdito around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's make a wand, shall we? I do like the way the floating flowers from Botania look. They are pretty cool looking. Ah, things getting knocked off. Not good.
I turned my magnet off.
Oh, that's funny. It's drawing V out of my essentia crystallizer. I don't know how it's getting Earth V out of that. But,
Wow.
that's really weird.
Is it actually getting it, or
It is. It's getting all kinds of things from
it's
it.
getting less at least?
I don't know what that's all about. I mean,
Maybe it's just a graphical issue because it was also drawing them out of the jars.
yeah, I don't know. I'd have to actually go look and see how much was taken out of the jaws right now. Uh-oh, an explosion occurred. But that's okay, because we've got our Silverwood wand. So I saw it taking magic. There's 14 Percantio left, and I think we had 20-something. I also saw it grabbing... It definitely grabbed fire out of there, because I think I only had 10 fire in the jar. 14...
Oh, but you do have fire in here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one should have been grabbed. I'm gonna have to review the footage to see how much Percantio was actually used, because I wasn't like super paying attention to the numbers for that. All right, guys. I think the next thing I'm gonna want are some good wand caps for this thing. I'll be back in a minute. Oh man, look at this, guys! I am having so much fun playing with my Thaumcraft stuff. I didn't even realize we were past the wrapping up point. So I gotta wrap up the episode because I'm running late. But I'll be back next time. I think I'm gonna work towards getting all the ingredients I need. So in order to enchant my Thaumium wand caps, I'm gonna need 3 Salus Mundus each. Remember, you need to burn one of those balanced shards. You just smelt it in any smeltery system to get Salus Mundus. So I'm just gonna need about 6 of those, which we found a pretty efficient way to get, I think. I'm going to look and see if I can't find an even more efficient way, because there's a little bit of overflow, right? But, I mean, I think we can come up with something. And then I just need some Aurum and Potentia aspect, which shouldn't be hard to get. For now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. More Thaumcraft ahead. Alright, guys. Take it easy.